What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Movie Emporium's movie review of Studio 666. This film is directed by BJ McDowell. Now, before we begin, if you like this channel, awesome. Hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium. Hit that notification bell at the top to find out what's coming next. If you like this video, awesome. Hit that like button as well as commenting below on a video to watch, including this one. So, Studio 666 is a film that Foo Fighters themselves kept secret for like 2 years. It's a horror film about the Foo Fighters wanting to record their 10th album, but Dave Grohl, who's the main member, the lead singer of the band, is having writer's block. So, with the help of their agent, who's played by Garlin, they actually move into this house. Well, this house has a history, which if you've seen the trailer, you know a little bit about it. And in the process, Dave Grohl's character gets possessed. He starts, seeing things out throughout this house, and he decides through his mindset that he's going to create this very satanic gothic style album to the behest of the Foo Fighters themselves, the other members of the cast. And that's pretty much what this movie is. It's about them creating a new satanic album, Dave Grohl being possessed, and the Foo Fighters just having a good time while watching while we're doing this movie. So I'm a huge Foo Fighter fan. I am like a million other people who love what the band represents, how fun and energetic they are. I hear Dave Grohl is like one of the coolest people in the world, and if you see some YouTube videos, that is absolutely 100% correct. They are a band that I've loved ever since their first album. I think their first album is one of the greatest albums of all time, and they are just a band that you would never expect to want to do a horror film. That's just something you think about. You think about like Dee Snider or Rob Zombie doing horror films, but Foo Fighters are a band you think just wouldn't want to be interested in something like that. It's really kind of a crazy thing to think about. Well, for 2.5 years, they kept it a secret, and then when they decided to release the fact that they were doing a horror film, it was kind of a welcome surprise because they seem like the kind of band, and if you think about it, maybe would want to do something like that. Who knows? But then they put out the trailer for it and for the movie, and I was completely on board from the minute I saw the trailer. So after getting a chance to see this movie, thank you to the company who sent it for review, I will definitely say this about this film. If you love good horror films with graphic violence and language, you'll love this film. If you are a huge Foo Fighter fan, you'll love this film. But if you're very squeamish and don't like these types of ultra graphic violent films, I think you might want to just pass on this one, to be fairly honest. But for me personally, in my honest opinion of this movie, I freaking love this film, not only because the Foo Fighters are in it and I'm a huge Foo Fighters fan, but this really feels like a film that has a lot of passion behind it. It feels like a film that they were very excited by making and really had a good time with. But it's a movie that actually takes itself seriously in some form or fashion to be a good, decent horror film. Is it perfect? No, the dialogue is pretty terrible. It's very traditional when it comes to horror films. But the gore, the kills, the violence in nature, the way things happen, the ghosts in the house, everything feels legit for a horror film. Is it low budget? Yes. But it really has a purpose, a sense. When you bring in people like Jenna Ortega, who was in Scream, or Jeff Garlin, or Forte, or Whitney Cummings, you really kind of legitimize the fact that you're making a really decent horror film, and it just works. It makes you laugh, it makes you uncomfortable, it is very, very violent, and it just has a good time while you watch it. And that's all I wanted out of this film. I didn't expect it to be high art. I didn't expect it to be an Oscar-worthy film. I expected it to be about a band who decided to make a horror film, and in the process, it's about a film of them trying to make an album, and it goes completely awry. And just watching Dave Grohl do the things he's doing in this movie is absolutely fantastic. He's a guy that really just kind of went for it. The other members of the band are just completely on board with it. And I think that actually the MVP outside Dave Grohl in this movie is Pat Smear. He literally doesn't say anything for like the first half hour of this movie, but when he's on screen and the level of just how you can tell he's just not a very good actor, but he just kind of rolls with it, is absolutely amazing. It really is. And on top of that, because they're a band that's really popular and really good at what they do, the music that they're presenting in this movie is very satanic metal, and it really does work. And it's actually fantastic to listen to, especially if you're a Foo Fighters fan, because it's very different. And apparently Dave Grohl actually created the music for this movie, him and the Foo Fighters, and they created a very satanic album. And I can't wait to hear it. I don't think it's been released yet, but like I said, it's a movie that really has a lot of passion, a lot of heart, and is very, very violent, and does some amazing stuff that once again will make you laugh, will make you horrified, will make you squeamish, but will make you realize that this is actually a pretty good horror film, in my personal opinion. Some people might not like this movie, but that's perfectly alright. So, and with that said, that is going to be my take for Studio 666. Like I said, if you love the Foo Fighters, please give this movie a check out, because I think you'll definitely like it. So anyways, that'll do it. That'll be my take on the film. Thank you so much for watching. In the comments below, are you interested in seeing this film? Do you like graphic horror films, all that good stuff? Let me know in the comments. But otherwise, if you like what you see on this channel, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium. Hit that notification bell at the top to find what's coming next. If you like this video, awesome. Hit that like button. And as always, we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.